I understand that you get 3 strikes in this game. Strike 1 is they try and shut you up and discredit you.
And today, big tech took fright. Facebook and Instagram banned Trump, at least until he leaves office. Twitter banned him for 12 hours and counting.
Strike 2 is they try and put you in jail for no reason.
When Judge Merchan actually sentences any defendant, he takes many factors into consideration. If you removed the name Donald Trump from his consideration, and it was somebody who came before him for sentence that also had 3 open other felony indictments in 3 other jurisdictions in both state and federal court. He's somebody who has been convicted of 34 felony counts, was held in contempt 10 times for disobeying Judge Merchan's orders. He would absolutely fall within that 10 to 30% who would be sentenced to prison.
And strike 3 is they kill you.
And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
I now feel the need to talk about what happened that Saturday in Butler, Pennsylvania. Welcome to another installment of the Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC. P.A.N. Firearms, your NRA certification of multi-faceted gun training. You can reach us at 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below. And if you like channel, like content, what I do here, you can support me with the link. Everything is appreciated. Connecticut residents, make sure that your training for your permit is on par with the new state requirements. If you already have your permit, watch the expiration date. Don't let it expire. There's a link to the online renewal portal for the Connecticut permits in the description box. Keep an eye on that. Let's talk about this. And of course, this is the story of the century. Donald Trump was speaking at an event in Butler, Pennsylvania, and an assassin decided to take not one, but several shots at him. We all seen the video. We all saw what happened. And of course, the controversy, and it just amazes me. And that's why I waited. I waited because I wanted more information. I was not just going to fly off the handle like a lot of people have done. And there are a lot of people who are doing it. Now, when this first happened, there was an unconfirmed report that this was a Chinese national. Then this image was being floated around the net saying that this is the guy who did it, who may be an Antifa member. Now we finally come down to the truth that the shooter was a 20-year-old named Thomas Matthew Crooks. And somehow, Mr. Crooks managed to get within 133 yards with a direct line of sight on the president. Now, I'm going to break this down into 3 separate videos because this could go on for hours with all the information that we have. I want to first talk about the actual event. Then I want to talk about the Secret Service and the security detail that he had with him. And finally, I want to talk about the political fallout because I think all 3 are important. But as I stated, Mr. Crooks managed to get within 133 yards of Donald Trump and had a direct line of sight. Those of us who go to the range on a regular basis, 100 yards with an AR-15 is nothing. Any decent $1,000 AR, you can even probably go a little cheaper than that, with a decent barrel, you could hit a 1-inch target at 100 yards with a decent scope. He doesn't even have to be top notch. We're not talking about a great distance here, but somehow this person managed to get within that distance with a direct line of sight, and no one in the Secret Service caught onto it. Now, this is a very interesting piece of video. This is a witness who claims that he saw Crooks crawling up on top of the roof and told police.
Right, we couldn't see him, but we could hear him. So we walked up, and probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here. I have no idea, but we noticed the guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, and, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle. We could clearly see him with a rifle. Absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, huh, what? Like they didn't know what was going on. We're like, hey, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. He's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage? I'm standing there pointing at him for 2-3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots ring out.
So you're certain that the shots came from that guy on the roof?
100%. 100%.
And he was up there for a couple of minutes.
He was up there.
You saw him up there for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. At least 3 to 4 minutes.
And you were telling the police and the Secret Service?
We were telling the police. We were pointing at them for the Secret Service, who were looking at us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree.
Could they see
binoculars?
Could they see him?
Probably not, because the roof, the way the slope went, he was behind where they could see. But why is there not Secret Service on all of these roofs here? This is not a big place.
Did you see, obviously everyone, when the shooting started, everyone was very panicked. Did you see what happened to him at all?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Secret Service.
Just be careful, because we don't quite know who's watching, but you're pretty sure they shot the guy?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Yep.
You saw that happen?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And did you see them go up to him afterwards, or?
They crawled up on the roof. They had their guns pointed at him, make sure he was dead. He was dead, and that was it. It was over.
Now that's fascinating. Some people have come out, like I said, conspiracy theories abound with this event. But a lot of people come out and said that this guy is just a crisis actor. And I'm like, yeah, but why would he put himself in that position? This is serious stuff here. Why tell a story like that? And he's not the only one. There are other people who have given information concerning this event and what they saw.
Can I have your name and what did you see and hear?
It was Ben Macer. I was at the same point that probably the witness you were talking to earlier. I was up at the fence line, saw the guy move from roof to roof, told an officer that he was on the roof. The officer come looking. I went back to where I was heard that there was somebody that could see the person, so I went back to where they were standing, saw the person, went back and told the officer again that if he goes back to that particular spot, he can see the person, figuring that he would go in radio. And when I turned around to go back to where I was is when the gunshots started, and then it was just chaos.
Let me get this right. So you actually saw the man on top of the roof behind us?
Yes.
And you're saying people reported that to law enforcement, saying there's a man on the roof of the building?
Yes. There were two officers that were actively searching. You could tell they were searching and looking for somebody. And we just tried to help and tell them where the guy was. And at some point, somebody obviously found him, or the snipers found him, and that was the end of his decisions.
And they saw this guy crawling up the roof.
He was doing the job. I wouldn't even be doing this. I'd be at some beautiful places, the Gorgeous Ocean, the Mediterranean.
Look, they're all pointing.
The Atlantic, maybe the Pacific.
Yeah, someone's on top of the roof. Look. There he is right there. Right there, see him? He's laying down. See him?
Yeah, he's laying down.
Instead, I'm here with you fighting like hell to get a Senate.
What's happening?
And to make sure we take back the White House, because if we do, we're going to make America better than ever before. We're going to make it.
Yeah, look. There he is.
Easy, because we have millions and millions of people in our country that shouldn't be here. Dangerous people. Criminals. We have criminals.
He's on the roof. He's right
dealers. We have people that
right
should not be here.
Right on the roof.
It's much tougher than it is.
One guy said he saw a police officer go. You went up where this guy was laying there. The guy turned and looked at him. This is what the guy's saying. That person, the police officer, just basically jumped down to the ground, then the shooter started shooting at Trump. It gets insane. But I have so many questions concerning security, which I said I would cover in the next video. But a lot of people are saying that this is a staged event. And I'm thinking to myself, why would Trump put himself in a position to be shot at by a 20-year-old who couldn't even get on his high school rifle team because he wasn't a good shot, to take the chance that the bullet clipped his ear? Why would he put a risk like that? Why would he put that on himself? Now we got another fool, and I'm sorry, this guy's a fool, who said it was a paintball. I'm thinking to myself, so this guy shot a paintball 133 yards away. Somehow that paintball broke the sound barrier because you hear the crack of the round going down range. And he faked the blood on his ear. And it just amazes me. They said because he looked in a specific direction for an X amount of time proves that it was staged. But once again, you're taking an incredible risk to have this inexperienced shooter take a shot at you from 133 yards out. To hopefully he will clip your ear to kill another person and injure two more. Why would you stage that? For what? The man doesn't have to do it. He's ahead in the polls. Biden stays in the race. He's basically got a 60-70% chance of winning. Why would he stage such a thing? But hey, these people are smarter than us, right? It's all staged. And you know, and another thing they had a problem with obviously is this part of the video. Oh, there was a stage because look at that fist pump. Why was there a flag flying? There were flags all over the place. There are flags at every single damn event. But it's staged, it's staged. Well, I'm sorry, because you know, Trump staged the photo because look at that fist pump. It's just, well, I'm sorry. Here's the thing. That's what an alpha male looks like. I know we're lacking them in today's society with Gen Z, but that's what an alpha male is. Bring it to me, bitches. That's what he's saying. I know, you know, there's so few of them left in the world that, yeah, it's kind of strange to see this, especially for these generations coming up. They don't get it. Yeah, you're trying to kill me. Fuck you. That's what he's saying. But another aspect of this is how did this person manage to get so close with a rifle, being identified by people who pointed him out and said, look, there's a guy on that roof with a rifle. And apparently, from information available, the police had this information and were actively moving around looking for him. This event, if you look at the actual layout of the event, I'll put an image up here. It was very wide open. There are only so many buildings. I don't understand why the Secret Service did not cover all the buildings. I don't understand why they couldn't got a drone operator to simply just fly nonstop above the event to keep an eye on things. I mean, with the technology we have now, I don't understand how this person got so close. But it's interesting. Think about this. As I said, any decent AR-15 at 130 yards, you can kind of get the novice to hit a metal plate. You know, a good 1-inch, 2-inch metal plate at 130 yards. This bullet clipped his ear. Think about that. Right here. Clipped his ear. Think about that. 1/2 inch. Not even. That's all we're talking about here. This person literally missed by millimeters from us having a completely different story here today. I'm going to say this as a precursor to the next videos that I'm going to make. Go to social media right now and look what people are writing. There are people literally, trending on Twitter was you staged and you had one job in reference to this event. Go to Facebook. There are people literally praising this guy and putting angel wings on him, saying, rest in peace. Rest in peace. You have to be one wicked individual, and I'm calling you all out, wicked individual, to be basically salivating at a death of another human being because you don't agree with them politically.
Just got out of the movies, and for a split second I thought Donald Trump had been assassinated, and I thought to myself, this is the best fucking day of my life. And then he wasn't, so it's the worst day of my life.
You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. I don't like Biden, period. I don't like his policies. I think he's a decrepit old man that should not be running for office, but I don't want him killed. I don't want to see anybody killed over their political beliefs. That is disgusting. But the left are showing you who they are. This is the modern day liberal. Okay? Out there, they're actually championing for a man's demise because they don't like him politically, because they're so brainwashed by the mainstream media, lying to them and gaslighting them about what he's going to do when he gets into office. What do you think? All you got to take is one disturbed person and you get this. But as I said, I'm going to follow up with 2 more videos. That's it for part 1. I hope you tune in for part 2. Let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, any statements of violence or statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time a video goes live. I'm going to see you on the next one. Peace.